Hi Trader, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, hump day. You're in the middle of the week, 2 more days, and the weekend is upon you. I don't know, the week feels like it's going by really quickly to me. I can't believe tomorrow is already Thursday. All right, so before we get into a recap of the overall markets, I want to welcome you. So if this is your very first time tuning into a ShortMeTina video, I'd like to say welcome. Do us a solid in the comments section. Just drop us a comment. If you're returning, I'd like to say welcome back. Also in the comments section, drop me a comment. All right, so what's on your screen right now is a daily chart of the S&P 500. Dates back to 2018, but I just kind of want to focus in on price action here. Because that's essentially what I've been paying attention to, I want to say, in the shorter term, right? So we closed at 301.25 today. Fed actually issued rate cuts to the tune of around 25 basis points. That was consensus heading into the meeting. So not so much of a surprise there because, again, that's what everyone was expecting. So let's just kind of like go back to the ending of July when the Feds met and also issued rate cuts. What happened here? You can see it here. The market had about 4 to 5 weeks straight of selling. We went from like a high of 301, 302 to a low of around 280 to 281. So after rate cuts, the market, after rate cuts, the market actually sold off, bounced around in a range. This is a range right here, 281.72 to 294.24. Bounced in a range for most of August. I want to say all of August. In the beginning of September, we actually broke through. I mean, you can't really see it on this chart, but if you take a elongated view going back about 2 years, you can see that the 293 to 295 has served as a pretty decent resistance level within the SPY. Anyway, fast forward to September of 2019, and the market actually broke above that 293 to 295 level. And for the past 8 or so trading days, we've actually remained above that breakout level. So far, so good. Market actually issued, the Fed actually issued rate cuts today, again to the tune of about 25 basis points. I have to zoom in to the hourly for you to see this. I want to say, let's reset this chart. So about, you can say, leading up to the decision, into the decision, the market actually sold off a bit, but the last 2 hours we rallied to again close at around 301.25. So again, am I sold that the market is ready to run? Not 100%. I mean, it is good that we didn't sell off completely today. It's actually good that we've managed to remain above. You can see it a little bit more clearly now. It's good that we actually remain above that 293 to 295 resistance level, right? We're all the way up here, so that's also good, and we're not too far from all-time highs. But, really it's a show and tell me type of a market, so I'm going to just let the week play out. I'm sure folks like myself are sort of digesting what happened today, including the move, and let's see if the market actually reacts tomorrow or on Friday or even heading into next week. I'm willing to let this week play out just to see what the market wants to do. The last 2 hours definitely seems as though it wants to trend up. That's all great and dandy, but remember, it's all about sustainability when it comes to the market, because if we go back, we actually broke out of this range before. Couldn't sustain that mark. So can we sustain it this time around? Obviously, time will tell. Yes, I am still short the market. What else? And then we have the IWM daily chart dating back to around 2017, so about 2 years worth of data. So the IWM is essentially flat to down on the day. We're off about 0.63%. I see a quote here of 156.49. So similar to the SPY. Heading into the Fed decision, we actually had a bit of a pullback, and towards the last 2 hours of market hours, you saw a bit of a rally here, again to close at 156.49. I guess what can kind of change my mind on the trajectory of the market is if the IWM can finally, now I'm going to call this, if it makes another attempt, I'm going to call that time number 8 or attempt number 8 within 2 years. So if we can actually break above that 160 resistance level, this wall here identified by the blue line, you can see we've only done that about we're going to call this one time. It's, we sustained that move, but it's a chunk here. Let's call it that one time in 2018. So again, going back to about 2 years, we've only sustained that move one time. If we can do it this time around, then for me, I would say, you know what, maybe it's really time to not just go long, but actually buckle down and put a lot of money behind your longs, all right? So right now, that's all I'm paying attention to and waiting for. Can we eventually get above that 160 level and sustain that move? I am very hopeful again. I want the market to actually rally. What else? All right, and then we have Zynga daily chart dating back to 2019. We're essentially flat on the day, closed at 604. Right now, I'm actually liking the price action of Zynga. Like I've told folks before, even when the stock pulls back here, don't count this stock out as of yet. Based on the longer term chart I'm talking about, going back 5, 6, potentially even 70 years, it's still very bullish in nature in my opinion. Yes, we had this bit of a pullback once we peaked at 665. We pulled back to like that 550 area, losing I don't know percentage wise, but we lost about a point or a dollar for $1 per share. I'm sure folks panicked, and I said, you know what, give it some time. Right now, it seems as though it's ready to actually gear up and at minimum retest its previous high of around $6.65. If it can do that, and it looks like it's gearing up to do that, time will tell obviously. If it can do that, yeah, I still stand by my $8 year-end trajectory. So sitting here at $6, about 2 points worth of upside. So make sure you're paying attention to ticker ZNGA. What else? All right, and then we have Snapchat, ticker SNAP daily chart. So we're up about 0.42% on the day, closed at $16.90. Today we went as high as $17.04. So we essentially closed close to today's high. That is very good in my opinion. So again, similar to Zynga, I'm liking the price action with Snapchat, and yes, I am long. All I'm really paying attention to at this point is this resistance line of around $18 right here. So I think that it seems as though Snap, or the Snap market, is actually gunning. It looks like it wants to at least retest that area, and I think it will do that. The question is, will it be successful, right? Will we get here like we did back here and then pull back, or will we actually like surpass and overtake that $18 mark? I'm hoping that we do, and if we do, I see 20 right around the corner, and that target that I've had for a very long time, which is the previous all-time highs when the stock IPO'd at around $29.44. I think we can get there. So we're a ways from there. It's in the $16.90. We're about $10 to $13 from there, but you know, we have to pass, or we have to get past certain steps, and for me the next hurdle for Snap would be that $18 mark. We need to retest that. So even sitting here at $6.90, that's still about $1 worth of upside. So once we retest 18, I am fairly certain with a continued bull market, more than likely we can break through that, and at minimum hit 20 in short order. So you might want to put Snapchat on your radar. What else? All right, and then we have ticker ROKU, Roku daily chart dating back to around 2018. Stock is off about 14% on the day. Very strange considering this stock has been on a tear for the entire year. Think about it. In December of last year, this stock was trading at around $26. Yes, $26. And less than a month ago, the stock peaked at $176.55. That's huge. So this pullback here shouldn't be too alarming. So again, we're off about 14%, closed at 129.63. So you're asking yourself, well, when should I be alarmed? Well, I'll tell you. So I would be paying attention to today's low of 127. If we take that out, more than likely it's going to fill this gap here of around let's say 104. If it cannot get a bounce there, then I'd start to get worried, because then I think the momentum to the upside at minimum will be stalled at that point. So for me, I don't have any positions in ticker ROKU. I'm not even sure if I want to get into it. I just don't understand. Like I'm just not sold on the device. I understand that the stock went from 26 to like 180, and based on that alone, I should have taken a long position. But I'm just not sold on the device. Anyway, so again, closed at 129.63. What I'd be paying attention to would be today's low of around 127. Heading into tomorrow, if it takes that out, I can see it in the shorter term filling this 104 gap. And if you don't get a bounce there, then more than likely it's going to head lower. What else? And then we have ticker SPI daily chart dating back to 2018. But just let's focus in on price action here, and we're gonna wrap it up and round it out with this ticker. So again, stock is up about 66% on the day. So huge congrats to the bulls. We closed at 376. However, in after hours, the stock is down about 7%. I see a quote of $3.50. So as I usually say, whether or not a stock is going to continue its run, you want to pay attention to how the stock opens up, and based on the fact that it's actually off some in after hours, that's not a good sign for ticker SPI. However, if heading into tomorrow, you can see the stock is actually gaining some traction pre-market. It actually opens up above 376. That would be a good sign it wants to run. If it opens up below 376 and under 350, which is under this resistance line here, that is not good in my opinion. So if you're looking to get long or you're long, you might want to pay attention to the open. All right. So that's kind of it, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. What do you think about my analysis? Are you in any of the stocks that I mentioned? What do you think? That's the first thing. Secondly, I do videos Monday through Fridays. If you never want to miss any, ensure that you are subscribed at our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. And lastly, I've been trading for over 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from me, then definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you.